All right, let's jump right in. Today we're tackling a topic that is just absolutely essential in cybersecurity right now: automated incident response. Look, we're in an age where cyber attacks are being supercharged by AI, and they're happening at machine speed. So our defenses, they've got to keep up. Let's dig into how we can actually close that dangerous speed gap. Just so you know where we're coming from, this is part 11 of a bigger series. Everything we're talking about today is based on a really in-depth tutorial called Cybersecurity in the Age of AI by Virtualization Options LLC. And the core idea here is pretty simple when you think about it. You have to fight fire with fire. You use automation to fight automated threats. And this really cuts right to the heart of the matter, doesn't it? Modern cyber attacks are just unbelievably fast. They're built to exploit the massive time difference between their automated speed and our, traditional human-powered response. That gap is where all the damage gets done. This slide just lays it out so perfectly. It's a total mismatch. You've got attackers moving at machine speed, launching attacks automatically, hitting thousands of targets all at once. And on the other side? Well, defenders are often stuck in the slow lane, at human speed, slogging through alerts one by one. An attack can be completely over and done in minutes, while the good guys might take hours, or honestly, even days to catch up. So here's the plan for today. First, we're going to really define the problem in the race against time. Then we'll introduce the solution, which is a platform called SOAR. After that, we'll break down how it actually works, look at some real-world examples with things called playbooks, and finally, we'll wrap up with the big takeaway for any security strategy today.
Okay, first things first. Let's talk about why the old way of handling security incidents just doesn't cut it anymore.
Picture a typical security operations center, right? An alert pops up. An analyst has to see it, then they start digging. They're pulling data from maybe 5, 6 different tools, trying to connect the dots, decide on a plan, and then finally do something about it. We call this the swivel chair workflow, and it is a massive bottleneck. It leaves this huge window wide open for an automated attacker to just wreak havoc. So, the big question is, how do we slam that window shut? Well, this is where automated response comes into play, and specifically, platforms that go by the acronym SOAR. You can almost think of SOAR as the central nervous system for your entire security setup. So let's break down that acronym. First up, orchestration. This is all about getting your different security tools, your firewall, your endpoint software, you name it, to actually talk to each other and work as a team. Next is automation. This is the engine. It's what actually carries out all the tasks without a person having to click a single button. And finally, response. This means setting up standard, repeatable game plans so you handle every threat consistently and effectively, every single time. Okay, that's the high-level concept, but what does it look like in the real world? How does it actually work? Let's follow an alert from the moment it's born to the moment the threat is neutralized. So it all kicks off with alert ingestion, basically pulling in alerts from all your different security tools. Then, and this is key, the system automatically enriches that alert with a ton of extra context. From there, machine learning helps triage the event, and then a pre-built playbook gets executed. Now, if the machine gets stuck, it can escalate to a human analyst, and the best part is the system learns from that interaction to get smarter for next time. I really want to focus on this step, automated enrichment. This is a total game changer. Think about it. Instead of a human analyst spending a half hour or more digging through logs and threat feeds, trying to figure out if some IP address is bad, the SOAR platform does it all in seconds. It pulls all that context together instantly. This one step completely revolutionizes response time. And here's where it gets even cooler. Machine learning models then take all that enriched data and analyze it. They can figure out how serious the threat is, predict what kind of attack is happening, and even recommend the best way to respond. And this all happens before a human has even seen the alert. It's about making smarter decisions way, way faster. We've been talking theory, so let's make this real. The absolute heart of SOAR automation is something called a playbook. These are basically the pre-programmed automated recipes that tell the system exactly what to do. A phishing attack is a perfect example. A user reports a fishy-looking email. Boom, the playbook kicks in. It automatically pulls out indicators like bad links and sender addresses. Then it scans the entire mail system for similar messages and yanks them out. It blocks the sender, notifies anyone else who got the email. It's a complete multi-step response that executes in seconds, not hours. Or what about malware? The second a high-confidence malware alert hits, a playbook can instantly quarantine that infected computer. Just disconnect it from the network so the malware can't spread. It can kill the bad process, grab forensic data for the analyst to look at later, and even trigger a patching process if it knows the malware got in through a specific vulnerability. That is containment at machine speed. Okay, so let's pull all of this together. What's the one thing you really need to take away from this for your own security strategy? You know, this quote from the source material just says it all perfectly. Automation is not a luxury anymore. It's not a nice to have. It is absolutely essential. It's pretty much the only way you can effectively fight back against attacks that are literally designed to take advantage of how slow manual defense is. So why should you care about this? Well, first, it lets you respond at machine speed, closing that critical time gap. Second, it makes your human experts so much more effective. By automating the boring, repetitive stuff, you free up your best people to focus on the really tricky threats that need their brainpower. Third, you get consistency. A playbook runs the exact same way every single time, which gets rid of human error. And finally, you get way more bang for your buck from all the security tools you've already bought by making them all work together. So I want to leave you with this one final thought to chew on. It's one thing for your security tools to just generate alerts and tell you something's wrong. Frankly, that's just creating noise. The real question you have to ask is, are they actually doing anything about it? Are your alerts automatically turning into actions? Because when you're up against AI-powered attacks, that's the only question that really matters. I hope this gave you a good look at how to answer it.